Power Silver 101, I'm back. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. Google Plus has changed some things with my, really messed with my YouTube, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about all this. Keep the Power Silver 101. It is a classic. It means a lot to me. The name does. As dumb as it may come off, it definitely grew on me. This weekend, coming up, UFC 167 right around the corner. GSP will face Johnny Hendricks. Johnny Big Bird Hendricks has ungodly power in his left hand, seemingly going to be George St-Pierre's toughest test to date, but yet haven't we said that about his last 6 or 7, contenders. So, I actually agree with this one. Big Rig Hendricks has the wrestling, the striking, but George St. Pierre, 5 years of epic, everything dominance. The guy's fucking great at everything. What he does is shut you down, completely shuts you down. More importantly, it is 20 years of UFC events. That's right, it's 20 years since UFC 1 happened in Colorado. And it was a magical night for Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Gracie Jiu-Jitsu proved to reign supreme because Royce Gracie, who weighed in at 181, stood 6 feet 1 inch tall, was the smallest guy there. The smallest guy there. When people saw him, they kind of snickered and laughed because he looked like a karate guy. No one had an idea. He had the element of surprise on his side, and it certainly surprised me, surprised everybody else that got sucked into the sport because of the Gracie, and how it's evolved in the ways it just amazes me. I think it's spectacular and very much underrated. And in celebration of 20 years of UFC events, from the SEG days to rough starts with Zuffa, and now it seems like it's taking over completely. There's MMA, and then there's UFC, and then there's everything else. There's MMA over here and UFC. So this UFC hoodie is up for grabs. You have to be subscribed to my channel, so subscribe to Power Silver 101, like, and then let me know that you liked it by via Twitter at MisledYouth27. You're going to hit the hashtag 167 giveaway at MisledYouth27. Hashtag 167 giveaway. As long as you do that, I'll know that you hit the like button, and winner will be chosen completely at random by me. Expiration date will be December 1st. Shipping is on me. Don't worry about it. I need to make up to you guys anyway. I slacked off for 166. This time I'm not going to. I'm going to cover the complete end of the year, and there's no way that I'm going to miss an opportunity to break this down and pay a little bit of my own homage to the UFC and 20 years of dominance as an organization. So there's the giveaway. At MisledYouth27 on Twitter, hashtag 167 giveaway, and win this vintage. It's circa 2007. It was when the Tough 5 was on. The Ultimate Fighter Season 5, the Nate Diaz one. You see them wearing these in red and black a lot. You'll get it in gray, size large. Yes, I'm wearing it now. I probably wore it on 2 other occasions, and that's about it. It is literally brand new. It is beautiful, as you can see, and it could be yours. I know, right? What a great guy, giving away stuff that's already mine. But in order to pay homage, I should start from the beginning, and I want to start with it spawned off over the years a successful TV show that started on Spike TV and now is on Fox Sports. The Ultimate Fighter is huge. I don't think Fight Master can compare to it. There has been other shows like it. The Contender, for one, Sylvester Stallone's little idea of a boxing type reality show, didn't really do too well. I enjoyed it, but other people apparently did not because it's no longer on. And I think was on for maybe 2 seasons. We're on season 18, and that's only in America. There was Tough Smashes in the UK, and I think they're on their 2nd or 3rd season down there in Brazil. Celebration. And one Ultimate Fighter contestant was recently quoted as saying, when I tell people I'm an MMA fighter, they have a bunch of questions, but the most common one is, what's that? What do you do? When you tell people you're a UFC fighter, they get excited and want to know everything about it and immediately understand what the UFC is. Again, it seems like there's the UFC up here, and then there's MMA and everything else down here. So, I don't necessarily like it that way. I do like variety. I liked having Strikeforce on Showtime. I liked having the WEC on Versus. I loved Pride FC. Pride FC was just off the chain. I remember when the UFC bought Pride, I was happy because I could finally see Rampage versus Liddell again. I could finally see Vanderlei Silva come back to the UFC and possibly make a run for the title, which obviously never happened and probably never will. And I got to watch my lips because one time I did say one bad thing about Wandy, and whoo, did I get some severe backlash. Yeah, Wanderlei's got some serious fans out there. So if you're watching Vanderlei, which he totally is not, yeah, your fans are absolutely as wicked as you are. But I love you all regardless. In order to pay homage the correct way, we might as well start at the beginning. What I used to do is I started watching in 1997. Most people find that hard to believe. I'm only 29 years old. It's 2013. Yes, I have literally been watching the sport for 16 years. I wasn't old enough to watch the sport. I definitely wasn't allowed to order pay-per-view because I grew up broke. So what we used to do was wait for it to come out on VHS. And I had a friend whose brother was 18 years old and could prove it with a driver's license and throw him $10. And we would just constantly, we would watch it, just rewind it. Tank Abbott, Gerard Gordeau's kick to the sumo guy's mouth and the teeth fucking blind. The very first fight in UFC history, UFC 1. We used to rewind over and over again just to watch the tooth. Oh, look, there it is. And these are way, way before, the days of HD. This is on like, I don't even know what kind of resolution, just very, very low, like pathetic resolution. We probably damaged all of those tapes watching the best UFC in 1997. I learned about Royce Gracie and the element of surprise. I learned about how you can fight, without actually having to hurt people. And it inspired me to go ahead and try martial arts. From there, I went on to wrestling. And then after wrestling came jiu-jitsu, which I was fairly successful at doing. And then after that came boxing. I always, tethered with boxing, but stuck to boxing for about a year. And when you get compliments like that, it does wonders for your self-esteem. It's amazing to get compliments from a trainer, because trainers are normally like drill sergeants. They're pretty rough, but when you get a compliment out of them, it just feels that much better. So